Well, tonight, the issue of homelessness in Hays County. Kyle City Council got an update on the county's point-in-time count.
That count is what the federal government uses to determine how much funding communities get to address homelessness. The 2024 numbers show that while the overall count is down from last year, fewer people are using shelters in Hays County.
Sheltered individuals in the count actually went down. However, the count of unsheltered individuals more than doubled.
Homelessness outreach groups say this just shows a greater need to tackle the issue countywide. KVUE's Kelsey Sanchez explains.
It's not an uncommon sight. People in search of food or shelter, looking for help. Resources can be scarce, and on one night every year, communities get a glimpse of how many people are in need.
It does not count the number of individuals who are sleeping on someone's sofa or misses a lot of people who are living in their cars, and it definitely does not count the people who are living in motels.
Hannah Durrance, who is the founder and organizer of the Home Center, a homeless outreach program, is talking about the annual point-in-time count. In January, dozens of volunteers venture out and hand count how many people are experiencing homelessness during one moment in time. And Durrance notes its flaw.
We do know that there's populations of unhoused people in other areas of the county, but those areas are not getting counted.
But despite its flaws, the count shows in Hays County, the problem is growing. Durrance says the problem is there aren't any resources here in Kyle, which forces those who are unhoused to go to San Marcos. But that creates another problem because according to Durrance, San Marcos is already a resource desert.
San Marcos has become the dumping ground for all of these areas of the county that aren't taking care of their own homeless population.
And Durrance adds, it's not just people on the streets who need help.
We're seeing a higher eviction rate, and so we're seeing a lot more individuals coming through asking for assistance who are elderly and who are on fixed incomes and who have larger families and can no longer afford their rent.
A dire problem Durrance says the county needs to focus on.
We're seeing a rising number of unhoused individuals, but we're not seeing an increase in the amount of funding for this issue.
So people can have options to get the help they need. In Hays County, Kelsey Sanchez, KVUE News.
Kelsey, thank you. Now, Durrance says another issue they're seeing is that more unhoused people are leaving Austin and heading south, which is adding strain to communities there in Hays County. Austin's point-in-time count for 2024 hasn't been released yet, but last year's showed that on one night in January, more than 2,300 people were experiencing homelessness in Austin. Advocacy groups say when you add in people who weren't counted, the real number is closer to 6,200 people.